Welcome everyone to the Whovians cast, episode 431. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Gloria. What's up, Gloria?
Hi.
How are you? Okay, so I just watched it, just finished it a little while ago because I got home late, so I didn't get to see it. But first I'm going to give you my opinion because nobody really knows it. So I really didn't like the episode. I'm going to have to give it like a 6. It was really, to me, made no sense, like most of the episode, and I understand they explained it at the end, but I don't like this trend lately that the doctor, without knowing, he gave them those devices thinking that they would kill them, and, it's too late to save this one, too late to save that one, and it's just like him accepting death lately. Not really happy with that. I don't like the darkness that's coming, and this type of doctor. It's like, all right, well, if you're a lost cause, you're a lost cause. It's hopeless to save you. That's it. Like, he accepts defeat when it comes to like trying to save someone where it's point of no return. Not really happy with that at all. I do like the comedy between the doctor and Clara, but I felt that this left a really bad taste in my mouth. And I hope like episodes are not like this in the future, because I feel that too much darkness and too much. I understand he's going to be a no-nonsense doctor and everything, but they're making him out to be like heartless a little bit, like a black heart where only goodness shines through every now and then. I'm not really having it. So it's not the worst episode. It was a good episode. It's a passing mark, but I'm going to have to give it a 6. What'd you think?
Well, I agree about what you said about the doctor. The way he is darker and everything. And I mean, I love the doctor for his big heart, or should I say big heart. How he's always wanting to save and everything. Have as little death as possible whenever he does his doctoring. So him being, like you said, like, too late for him, too late for her, and all that. It's kind of sad. I mean, of course, we find out at the end, spoilers, that it's him that did the whole plan and everything, but he didn't know it at the time. He didn't know that they weren't really dying. I know they were just being teleported. So it's kind of sad to know that he did that in the Dalek too. He I knew he was going to die. I'm just trying to say, too late for him.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. My favorite part of the episode, the one bit of the episode I liked that actually kind of saved it for me was the character style. I loved him. He seemed so just. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. I just love his character a lot, and it's sad about how his memories. And I'm loving that he gets to have his memories back because they got the little called it something neophyte circuit or something like that.
Right.
I liked they I don't know how to pronounce her name. Zafra. She was pretty cool. I loved how she was able to, change form and everything.
Right.
Now the whole plot of the time heist of breaking into the thing it confused me up until it was explained. It was actually very clever in the way that it was. It ended up being our architect was actually the doctor and everything. I thought that was kind of neat once it was explained, but during it, I had a headache trying to figure out.
I thought right away that he was the architect. I don't
You
know,
did?
something triggered. I think it was maybe at some point in time he was going too quick along with the thing that going into the darkness, like just going along with it, like having faith that everything was going to turn out all right. So I like maybe subconscious was saying it's me. But at some point in time, I said to him, I'm like, oh, I bet you that's him under the cloak. I did get that. I forgot which point in time. It was early on in the episode, I think.
That's cool. Clara, she was she was okay in this one. Um, I thought it was kind of neat that she kind of bonded with Cy, and obviously likes him as a friend and everything, and because she hugged him and everything. She got that kind of bonding with him because of whenever he explained it to her about how his other family and everything. Forget.
Right.
And
And
she didn't want
he
him
got
to
told he got told he's a good man in this episode too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Also, yeah, the doctor and Zypra, the back and forth between them was kind of cool too. I like how she was like, about the seeing yourself, your eyes looking at it was the whole thing that made him realize. And I like how he said, "Shutty, shutty, shutty, shutty,
Shut up.
shutty, up." It was so funny. I like the end with him joking around and saying about the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and he's like, "It looks okay to me." That was kind of funny. And there was a moment in the bank when he was like jumping up and down on the, tapping his feet on the floor with his hands spread out. That for a moment reminded me of 11 a little, and it kind of made me smile.
Well, he mentioned like as a previous incarnation, like bow tie and everything, and then he
The
tried to
bow tie
be.
star.
Then he said he tried to be something in his regeneration and became like a magician,
Yeah.
which he looks like a magician with his outfit.
He tried to be simplistic with his outfit. He just ended up being a
Yeah. That was interesting. I do like the line where he tells Clara not to forget, her friends or forget people that care about her left at home. And that's going to be probably what gets her to leave, probably, because, she's giving up her whole life for the doctor. And I thought the seeds were planted a little bit that, that may be the way out there.
Also, I like the whole teller creature. It didn't tell us what the kind of
He looks
creature.
like a Daimon. He looks like the creature from a little bit like God Complex.
Yeah, it does remind me of that. I like how at the end it had a mate, and the doctor helped it be able
I
to
like
get
that. Reminds me of Hyde. That happened too.
Yeah. I love how he took them off to where they could have like a peaceful, be in peace and everything.
Right.
That was kind of sweet.
It reminded me a little bit of Rings of Akatan, where he let the thing absorb his memories and he figured it would work, and with this one he figured it would work too.
Yeah. It actually helped, so yeah.
I am interested in seeing Danny Pink again because he's a likable character to me, so I think I'm going to enjoy his performance. But I am hoping.
On this was kind of cute. I liked how he was saying it, but kind of confused about, he wasn't saying it in the right order, what he was saying. And she's like, "You didn't say it in the right order, but that's okay. You're a math teacher."
Yeah. Yeah, the trailer looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one next week.
All right, so what do you rate this episode?
I think I'm going to rate it a 7. Because, it's not better than last week. Last week was way better.
Right. Again, to me, 6 is just passing. And it's not that I hated the episode. I didn't like it as much as the other ones. A little bit more. I might not have liked it at all, but I did give it a passing grade of a 6. But we'll see what happens with the rest of the season. I just hope that we don't get this doctor. I don't want him to be the doctor that's like, all right, this one's a lost cause, goodbye. Like, I want him to make attempts to save the people beyond the realm of possibility. Like, if Clara's going to die, just try to save her. Like, I would think he would do that with her, but I'm getting to too much of a black heart doctor, and I'm not liking that. He's so, distant from everybody. He don't even want to hug people. That he's just accepting they're dying without even trying to save them. And the very doctor they said he made mistakes, I think he's making mistakes already that he never did in his other incarnations. And I'm hoping that's not, I like Peter Capaldi, but I'm hoping the writing changes to try to put him in a more positive light. And even if he's a dark doctor, don't make him heartless. I don't like that. I want him to show, you don't have to be tough. You don't have to be heartless. And accepting that, I don't want this doctor to be like, oh, when we reflect on it, oh, every time there was a point to save someone, he could have did this, and he didn't. I don't want that to be like. I don't want to like go back after when he leaves and judge all these episodes and say, well, this was his legacy that he just. I mean, he's a great actor. Don't get me wrong; he's one of the greatest actors. But I don't want the writing to affect him. I want the writing to be like this. This Time Heist episode I wasn't crazy about, but I want the future writing to be showcasing his best efforts and showing him in different feelings and different lights. I don't want to constantly be negative, sarcastic, dark. He has to show other elements, and I think one of the ways to do that is bring River's song back to show that he's in love with someone, he cares about someone. I mean, just because he's old doesn't mean he's dead. So I mean, I don't. He would be the one that.
Bring her back.
Right, he would be the one to shock everybody, to show that.
Yeah.
Like that, it would be a shocking thing where the moment he sees her, he hugs her, like that he's in, like he loves her, like River Song. That would be good to see.
I doubt 100% that he still has it in him. I mean, he's still. It's just that this incarnation, he's not.
He's put it to the side.
So he has to kind of He has to remember, that part of him. Like if River came back, I'm sure it would come back. It would be like.
See, so far I label him as the detached Doctor. He's detached himself
exactly.
from the other incarnations, and just because you have a new regeneration cycle doesn't mean you have to detach yourself. Where you're so detached that all the feelings that you had for other previous companions or situations you don't remember, like Madame de Pompadour, that whole thing when he mentioned her name, he should have remembered that in 2 seconds. But this Doctor is a detached Doctor, where he's trying to be completely different from the other incarnations, and in fact, kind of like give digs to them, which I don't like that either. I don't want to be, if they do have a multi-Doctor story where he's constantly battling the other previous incarnations, I don't want to see that, so.
Was that moment when Zapra, she hugged him, said about, oh, you see, I don't have your face, or whatever, and he's like, oh, I missed that. What?
Yeah. But then he looked weird when she left, though. He was holding his arm.
Yeah, he was like holding his arm, like.
He's like, why do people hugging me?
Yeah.
Like type thing. So.
It's like if he
just
open up and realize why they keep hugging him.
Why are you hugging me?
Yeah.
Why this human being hugging, or this creature hugging me? Yeah, it's like, So.
I mean, the last 11, he was a hugger, so. I mean, yes, he had.
David Tennant too. 9 was resistant to it, but then he did, yeah. So. All right, Gloria.
About Braxa.
What is this with the Madame title?
Yeah.
Madame Abraxas, Madame Corvarian, Madame de Pompadour,
and
Madame
her having clones and everything,
like
that was
4.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah, what's up with that?
What's up with that?
Madame this, Madame this.
I wonder what her regrets are, also. But we didn't find out what her regrets were.
Her regret was that the creature was going to die, so that's why she made him do all that to save the creature.
Yeah.
That helped her out as a clone, so that was interesting. Yeah. All right. Other than that, what else? Final thoughts, Gloria?
Just that I can't wait for next week. This episode, I hope we get to see Sai again. I mean, he keeps popping up in my head. I love his character.
I'm sure he will. I think he'll appear in the finale.
Yeah, I hope
with the Cybermen. I could
and
see
I want
that
to see
happening.
him with his memory and stuff back.
I could see them being absorbed as the Cybermen and him having to deal with his former friends from Time Heist, like because he had the memories in the chip and he's an enhanced human, so I could see him battling them, like something happens with the Cybermen or something. I could see something like that happening. Just like when Moffat brings back people from the previous episodes, like Black Spot and all that stuff, and then they were in Good Man Goes to War and everybody's helping the Doctor. I could see him bringing people from past episodes.
Yeah,
back.
he said he would. He said if you're ever going to, hold up another, thing, and he didn't say anything else, but you knew he was handshaking him.
Or maybe he helps him with the nether sphere. Helping me break out of the nether sphere or something, whatever that's going to be. We'll find out. All right, Gloria, thank you very much. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.